Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Thea George and I'm here with Senthil Ravindran from VirtusaPolaris. We're at Cybos 2016 in Geneva and we're talking about innovation. Senthil, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for the invite. It's a pleasure being here.
Innovation, hardly a new topic for banking. It's been talked about at Cybos for many years. What do you think are the challenges banks face in innovating quickly?
See, innovation, as you say, has been a cliche topic for a long time now. So it has been probably used, abused in several different words. But the problem that banks are going through, the sense of urgency has been created. There are a lot of shifts that are happening in the market. The main problem that we see across the globe, working with several clients of ours, is how do you do meaningful innovation? How do you do stuff rather than talking about stuff? So let's say blockchain is talked about, deep learning is being talked about, a lot of things are being talked about. But how do you convert your ideas and then succeed faster, right, rather than failing faster? And how do you keep the cost of experimentation low? I think now we are moving at a stage where the ideas are plenty. Now it's all about doing stuff pretty fast. That's what I see.
You've mentioned some technologies there, blockchain, machine learning. A lot of these are incredibly talked about here this week. Which would you pull out as those with the most potential for financial institutions?
I think for banks, I would say there are three fundamental technologies. The number one technology being API economy. How do you encapsulate your legacy systems? How do you get ready for modern economy? How do you integrate with fintech collaborators and partners? That I would put it as number one. The number two is deep learning. Deep learning, you can call it machine learning or artificial intelligence. But banking is all about moving money, right? And money doesn't get physically moved. It's all about processing the information, right? So understanding the customers, understanding the relationships, and anticipating. So we are moving into a predictive analytics era, in my opinion. So data science is a second big technology that we are seeing. Third, I would say blockchain. Right? Blockchain, I cannot resist smiling. So blockchain is, I would say, a lot of our clients are moving into the prototyping stage. So last Cybos, it was a coolest buzzword. Every third word everybody uttered was a blockchain. But now we see a lot of active clients, fundamentally starting to use. I think it's still a bit of distance to travel. The security, the scalability, there are a lot of gaps to be addressed. People like Hyperledger, R3CV, everybody is trying their bits. But third is, I would say, blockchain. So open economy using APIs, second being data science, third is blockchain are the things that we see 80% of our time it takes. Another interesting bit is the usage of IoT. IoT, especially in asset finance, that's really picking up. So most of the banks don't have a handle of the credit risk that they are enduring, especially when it comes to fleet finance, asset finance for vehicles and so on. Now IoT opens up a new door. So that's another technology. Not in the comparable level of the first three, but that's something which is exciting as well.
So maybe something to watch for next year, Internet of Things?
Next Cybos maybe.
But it's not all about technology, is it? There's also the business model, and that's something we've heard a lot. You can re-engineer your technology, but you also maybe need to rethink your business to be truly innovative. What do you think about that?
So there are two layers of disruptions which we are seeing. The layer one disruption is the social level disruption. So asset ownership is no longer a big thing, right? So a lot of people are moving into sharing economy. The second big shift that we are seeing is the millennial adoption, right? Millennials have a different way. It happens in every generation, but they are digital natives, right? The second thing I would say is millennial experience and so on. So these are the social level shifts that are happening. The third important shift is around the low interest economy, especially in the Western world, where you don't generate much of interest at all. The other layer of discussion or disruption is what we talked about earlier, which is data science, API, and then blockchain and so on. So the 7 layers of disruptions are picking up, and then fundamentally the business models are getting reworked upon. So what used to be a closed network is becoming more and more open. So this means the fundamental way you make money, there are newer ways of making money, newer revenue streams but that banks can create, leveraging all of this disruption. So this we see is a big business reimagination going across the world. For example, one of the clients that we have, so they are exploring how can I leverage sharing economy, P2P, lending, robo-advisory, based on the foundational technologies. So these are exciting times. It's not going to happen overnight, but it has started. We have started seeing all of these things taking shape. This to me more than the tech buzzword is much more important, right? End of the day, banking is all about a trusted money-making engine, right?
Senthil, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching.